All right, inside this exercise, we're going to solve this equation involving fractions and variables on either side of the equal sign. So I'll just read it to you. We have 1/4 m minus 2 equals 1/3 m plus 4. We have a fraction here, and we have a variable on this side and a variable on this side of the equal sign. So the first thing I like to do is eliminate the fractions. We have a fraction of 1/4 and a fraction of 1/3. How do we do that? Well, we get rid of the denominators, the 4 and the 3. And the best way to do that is by finding the lowest common denominator. So the lowest common denominator between 4 and 3 will be just their multiplication, 4 times 3, which equals 12. So 12 is the lowest common denominator, and if we multiply every element by 12, it'll get rid of the fraction right over there. Why are we multiplying? Because 4 is dividing into the 1, and the denominator of 3 is dividing into the 1. And we know that division, the opposite operation, is multiplication. So we multiply by 12, it'll eliminate the denominator. So let's go ahead and do that. So times by 12 times by 12. Now the 12 will be multiplying to every single term in this equation. So let's go ahead and do that. 12 times 1/4 is going to be 12 over 4. Leave the m as it is. And 12 times -2 is going to be -24. Bring down the equal sign. And then 12 times 1/3 will simply be 12 on 3. Bring down the m. 12 on 3m, there's the m, plus 12 times 4, that's going to give us a value of 48. Okay, there we go. Now let's really get rid of those fractions. Now 12 divided by 4, that's just simply 3, isn't it? So that's going to be 3m minus 24, bring that down. Bring down the equals. 12 divided by 3, well that's going to be 4, isn't it? 4 what? 4m, and bring down the 48. Okay, let's start to eliminate numbers and variables. So what I like to do is bring the variables over to this side, or let's bring the variables over to the right-hand side actually, because that's a 4m. So I'm going to subtract 3m from both sides. So that's a 3m, it's a plus 3m. So the opposite of plus 3m, is going to be minus 3m. So let's eliminate it by minusing 3m. And if we do it on this side of the equals, we do it to the same on the other side. So minus 3m. Okay, 3m minus 3m, that's 0. So we're left with just the minus 24. Minus 24 is equal to 4m minus 3m is just 1m. So we just call it m. Bring down the plus 48. Plus 48. Now, let's get that m home alone. We've got this plus 48 here. Let's get rid of that. So what's the opposite of addition of 48? Addition, the opposite is? Addition is subtraction. So let's take away 48 from both sides. Take away 48 and take away 48. All right, 48 minus 48 is 0. So just bring down the m. Just m by itself. Bring down the equals. All right, let's work this out. Minus 24 minus another 48. Well, we're just adding them, aren't we? 24 and 48. 12, 72. So that's going to be a minus 72. Minus 72. Let's swap them, rearrange them, because it's the same equation. Nothing changes. So we have m is equal to negative 72. Okay, if you want to check and see that that's correct, all you have to do is substitute m equals negative 72 back into the original equation, and you'll notice that the left-hand side equals the right-hand side.